तो आज हम पढ़ेंगे इकोनॉमिक्स का कुछ टॉपिक। Of the equity under the development of the cost equity is the government by the RBI. It aims to the provide banking and the financial service to people in the rural area and in the create in the country largest banking network in direct or free zones. Small finance bank. They provide basic banking service like accepting deposits and lending to the bank reception. They are the dedicated to a very small area. Community in the semi-urban and the rural area. They are required to the maintain CRR and the SLR, non-banking financial company and UPSC. It is the company registered under the Companies Act that provide financial service to the retail definition of a bank. It can invest in a business of loan and advance. It can either be the deposit taking it can RBI registration for the non-deposit data. They can only accept that the deposit and the non-demand deposit. They cannot issue check to the customer. National Payment Corporation of India. It is in the equivalent of the RBI and Indian Banking Association (IBA) under the provision of the Payment and the Settlement System Act 2007. It also manages the UPI platform, the links of the payments in India, other innovative ways, another and UPSC Unified Payments Interface UPI of the other new payment system national government charging of is for the financial administration of the recent making from the state banks and for Seven 2016 to the recommended for the selection of rank of the PSBS in the financial institution and the bank is developing strategies and the raising insolvency and the bank debate for IBC. As they have the bank to the recover for the liquidation of the asset. The RBI introduced the scheme of voluntary injection of the urban cooperative bank into the small finance bank. The government announced the comprehensive plan project session for the resolution of this asset in the banking sector. Financial market. The financial. What is the financial market? Function of the financial market. Segment of the financial market. Money market. Specific for India money market. Major function of the money market. Instrument of the money market. The financial market is the board of the countdown description and the marketplace where the buyers and the sellers participate in the trade of the assets such as the products, both the currencies and the derivatives. Financial market has the typically defined by the having the transparent, easy, basic regulation on trading cost and fees and the market force determining the prices of the securities and trade. The function of the financial market. Moving saving and the centralize them into more the productive schemes. The facilitate rights the discover and provide utility to the financial asset. Reduce the cost of the transaction and the start time 94. The segment of the financial market. The financial market consists of the two major segments, money market and the capital market. The money market deals in short-term credit, capital market. The capital market handles the medium-term and the long-term credit. Money market. The money market is that part of the financial market which the deal in the borrowing and the lending of the short-term loans generally for a period of less than of the equal to 365 days. This is the money market. 365 days is the equal. The Indian money market consists of the Reserve Bank of India, commercial bank, cooperative banks, and other specialist financial institutions. The Reserve Bank of India is the leader of the money market in India. Some non-banking financial companies and PFCs and the financial institutions like LIC, GIC, PTI, etc. also operative in the Indian market. Structure of Indian money market. Organization sector. The organization sector is the within the direct purview of the RBI regulation. Organization sector. The organization sector consists of the indigenous banker, money lenders, non-banking financial institutions. A major function of money market. To the maintain monetary equilibrium, to promote economic growth, to provide help to trade and the industry, to help in implementing monetary policy. Money market provides non-inflationary sources of finance to the government. Instrument of money market, call money. Call money is the mainly used by the banks to meet their temporary requirement of cash. It is also known as money at call and money at short notice. In this market, money is the demand for in the extremely short period from the few hours to 14 days. Treasury. It is the market for sale and the purchase of the short-term government securities called as the treasury bills issued by the RBI on the behalf of the government of India. The maternity period of this the securities range from as long as 14 days to as the high as 365 days. They have become the very popular due to the high level of the safety for the certificate of the deposit series. The certificate of the deposit series is issued by the commercial bank. The maturity period of the CD can be as low as the 2 months and as the high as the 1 year. Commercial papers. Commercial paper CD is the instrument which can be issued by the listed company having the working capital more than or equal to 5 crore. It can be issued for the period ranging from the 2 years to 1 year. Repurchase agreement. A repurchase agreement also known as the repo. Is the sale of the security buy back the securities at the later at the higher price. Short-term loan. It is a market where the banks provide short-term loans to the corporates in the form of the cash credit or in the form of the overdraft. Cash credit is the given to investors and the overdraft is the given to businessmen. Capital market. Capital markets is a market dealing in the medium and long-term fund. It is an institutional agreement for growing medium and the long-term fund and with the provide facilities for marketing and the trading of the securities. Classification. Capital market can be classified into the primary and the secondary market. Primary market. The new issue market is the concern with the issue of new securities bond, debentures, shares, and so on. Funds are often raised by the public limited companies from the primary market for the setting up or the expanding their business. Secondary market. The stock exchange or the secondary market is the highly organized market for the purchase and the sale of certain and quoted or the research securities. Quoting or listing of the particular security implies interest corresponding investment data security in the register of the stock exchange so that it can be the bought and sold there. A stock exchange is an association or in the body of the individual established for the purpose of the existing, regulating and the controlling business and the buying, selling and the dealing in securities. Function of the capital market. Function of the capital market. Mobilization of the saving is an important source for the mobilizing idea the saving from the economy. Capital formation. Capital market help in the capital formation. Capital formation is an addition to the existing stock of the capital in the economy. Speed up the economic growth and development. Proper regulation of fund. Continuous availability of fund. Structure of the capital market. The capital market can be divided into two constituents. The financial institution. The financial institution provide the long-term and the medium-term loan. The development financial instrument. The development financial instrument were set up to meet the medium and the long-term development of the industry, care and the agriculture. These are IFCI, IDBI, SIDBI, IRBI, UPI, LIC, GIC. these institutions have been for the public sector financial institution. The financial intermediaries. The financial intermediaries include the merchant bank, mutual bank, transacting companies, etc. They help in mobilizing, saving, and the supplying funds to the capital market. Securities market. Government securities market, yield purchase market. The government securities are the risk-free because the government cannot default on its payment obligation and are the hence known as the yield purchase is the means of the best quality. The RBI is the responsible for all the new issue of government loans as it manages entirely the public debt operation of both the central and the state government. The secondary market deals in all issues. The industrial securities market. Security issued by the cooperative securities market. It comprises the new issue market, the primary market, and the secondary market, stock exchange, stock market. The stock market or equity market is in the aggregation of buyers and the sellers of the stock and shares. The stock exchange is reference to the trade stock. Companies may want to get their stock listed on the stock exchange. Other stock may be the trade over the counter that is the through a lab. To be able to trade a security on the certain stock exchange, it must be the recent year. Security Exchange Board of India, SEBI. Security and Exchange Board of India, SEBI. The Security and Exchange Board of India, SEBI, is the regulator for the securities market in India. It was established in the year 1988 and given the statutory power on the 12th April 1992. Through the SEBI Act 1992. The SEBI is managed by the member who is the consists of a chairman who is the nominated by the Union Government of India, 2 members who are the officer from Union Financial Minister, 1 member from the Reserve Bank of India, and the remaining 5 members are the nominated by the Union Government of India. Out of them, at least 3 are all-time members. Stock exchange. It is the market in which the securities are bought and sold. There is the total of the 25 stock exchanges in India so far, out of which the 26 exchanges are the currently active in India. And the remaining 19 exchanges have been the granted active by SEBI. Out of six representation stock exchanges in India, 3 exchanges are the resistant permanently. They are the reason of in their category below. Payment activities exchange. Bombay Stock Exchange Limited, BSE. The National Stock Exchange. National Stock Exchange of India Limited. The Calcutta Stock Exchange Limited. Kolkata Stock Exchange Limited is the trading suspension after the SEBI had read in for the non-compliance of the clearly and the statement of some stock exchange of the world country United States of America NASDAQ New York Stock Exchange S&P Dow Jones China Shanghai Stock Exchange Shanghai Stock Exchange South Korea Kospi Hong Kong Hang Seng and Japan Nikkei stock indices. The stock market index is an statistical measure which the shows changes taking place in the stock market. To the create and the index is few similar kind of the stock are chosen from the amongst the secretary already listen of the actions and the grouped together. Some of the notable indices in India are as the follow. Benchmark indices like the NSE, Nifty and BSE census. Board-based indicators like the Nifty 50 and the BSE 100. Indices based on market capitalization like the BSE small cap and the BSE mid cap. Sectoral indicators like the Nifty FMCG index and the CNX IT. Terminologies association with the capital market. Bull market and the bear market. A bear market indicates the continuous downfall movement of the stock market. Conversely, the bull market indicates the constant upward movement of the stock market. Debentures. The debentures are the bonds that are not secured by the specific property of collateral. Instead, they are backed by the full faith and the credit of the issue, and the bond holders have the general claim on the assets that are not collected to other debt. Equity. Equity is the money invested in the firm to the finance. It is the operation. It generally has the lock in the period during which they are not paid on. The stock exchange when this equity is in the form of share and the profit ownership of the company of the shareholder. The finance, which is the operation, the company can resort to either inflation, or the raising debate. The debate is the accidentally growing from the institution or an individual which the necessity has to be paid at the future debt. Mutual fund. An investment vehicle that is made up of the pool of funds collected from many investors for the purpose of the investing in the securities such as the stock, bond, money market, instrument and the similar asset. Mutual fund and the operator of by money manager who invests the fund the capital in the attempt to which capital gain and the income for the fund investor. Answer question. It is the money provided by the investor to the state of the firm and the small business to the pursue long-term growth potential. It typically entails high risk for the investor, but it has the potential for above the average return. Most venture capital comes from the groups of the wealthy investor, investment bank, and other financial institutions have to research the investment or partnership. Angel investor. An angel investor or the angel also known as a business angel or an informed investor is an Epsiode individual who provides capital for the business startup, usually in exchange for convertible debate for all the ownership equity, external commercial growing. Any money that has been borrowed from foreign sources for the financial the commercial activities in India is for the external commercial growing. P notes. Participatory notes or the P notes or PNS are the instrument issued by the registered foreign institutional investor to the authorized investor who wishes to invest in the Indian stock market without the registering themselves with the market regulated the SEBI. Initial public offering. An initial public offering IPO is the first sale of the stock by a particular company to the public for as Indian Railway Catering and the Tourism Cooperative Limited IRCTC. Announced into the IPO in the 2019 and the SBI card in 2020. The listing of the securities. The term delisting of the securities means the permanent removal of the securities of the listed company from the stock exchange. As a consequence of the delisting, the securities of the company would no longer be the trade at that stock exchange. It is the classified into two types. Compulsory delisting refers to the permanent removal of the securities of the listed company from the stock exchange as a penalizing measure at the behest of the stock exchange for not making the submission to the various equipment. Technology Adani Power has announced their intent for voluntary delisting. Masala Bomb. They are routine demonetized bond, that is the bond will be raised from the overage market in Indian rupees. Any corporate and Indian bank is the eligible to issue the rupee denominated bond offers. A Asia Development Bank ADB has the list it is the 10 years Masala bound on the global securities market of India International Exchange India INX. India International Exchange IFSC India International Exchange IFSC Limited India INX. It is the country's first international exchange located in the Indian Financial Service Sector GIFT City in the Gujarat. It is a subsidiary of the Bombay Stock Exchange BSE Limited. It will launch the global securities market Indian first international primary market platform that connect the global investor with Indian and the foreign issuer. External sector in India. Foreign exchange reserve types of currency regime, fixed currency regime, floating currency regime, the managed exchange rates, nominal equity exchange rate, and the real effective exchange rate are the terms related to exchange rate, depreciation, devaluation, the appreciation, devaluation, the rest of payment, current account, the rest of the trade receivable, development in India, balance of the payment B2B, merchandise trade, balance of the invisible, capital account, balance of the payment crisis, 1991, step to the further BOP crisis, convertibility of the currency, committee on convertibility, fundamental of the foreign investment, foreign direct investment, FDI, foreign portfolio investment, PFI in India is the permanent rate for three following routers, FLI, foreign institutional investor, American depository receipt, ADR in the global depository receipt, CDR, qualified foreign investor, QFI, foreign exchange regulation act and the foreign exchange management act, FERA. All economic activities of an economy which take place in the foreign currency fall in the external sector such as export, import, foreign investment, external debit, current account, capital account, balance of the payment, etc. Foreign exchange reserve. The context of Indian foreign exchange reserve include the foreign currency assets, FCAS plus global gold plus special drawing right. Drawing right the SDRS plus RBI reserve composition with the international monetary fund IMF. Also FCA greater than gold greater than reserve trade reference to the IMF greater than SDR. FCAS consists of US dollar and the other as of non-US global currencies. It was the conference of the investment in the USA treasury bound of other selected government deposit to the foreign center in the commercial bank. SDR is the unit of the account issued by the IMF. It is the allocated tool. It is the member in the probation of the equator at the IMF, the rule of an SDR. Reserve calculated from the five major international currencies: United States dollar, Euro member country, Euro, China, Yuan, Yuan country, Japan, Yen, and the United Kingdom pound. Reserve transactions. Certain proportion of a member country quota is the specific as it is the reserve currency. Types of currency regime. Fixed currency regime. It is the method of the regulating exchange rate of the world currencies brought by the IMF in this system. Exchange rate of the particular currency was fixed by the IMF, keeping the currency in the form of the basket of the important world currency. They were the UK is the pound, US dollar, Japanese yen, and the German mark of yen, and the France franc. Floating currency regime. The method of the regulating exchange rate of the world currencies based on the market mechanism, that is the demand and supply. UK government decided to switch over to the floating currency regime in 1973. In the same year, the IMF allowed and the option to is the member country to go for the either of the currency system. Manage exchange rates. It is the hybrid or the mixture of the fixed and the flexible exchange rate system in which the government of the economy attempt to affect the exchange rate directly by buying or selling foreign currencies, or indirectly for monetary policy, that is by the lowering or the raising interest rate or foreign currency bank account, affecting foreign investment instead. Today, most of the economies have shifted to this system of exchange rate determination. In 1993, India adopted the market determinant exchange rate regime. Any intervention by the central bank of the country in the market determinant exchange rate system is referred to as the dirty or globally. Such intervention by the RBI in India is referred to as the managed flood in the market determinant exchange rate. Nominal effective exchange rate (NER) and the real effective exchange rate (RER). NER and the RER is calculated by RBI. NER and RER. Nominal effective exchange rate, real effective exchange rate, the weighted average of the bilateral nominal exchange rate of the foreign currency in terms of foreign currency. Real effective exchange rate, weighted the average of the nominal exchange rate adjusted for the inflation. The market where the different currencies can be the bought and sold is called the foreign exchange market. The term related to exchange rate. Depreciation. The foreign exchange market, it is the situation when the domestic currency losses it is the value in the front of the foreign currency if it is the market driven. It means depreciation in the currency can only take the place if the economic flow fluctuating essence that system. Devaluation. The foreign exchange market when the exchange rate of the domestic currency is cut down by it is the government against any foreign currency. It is the called devaluation. It means the official depreciation is the devaluation. Devaluation helps the economies to the increase export as they become the supply and the discourages export as they become the costlier. Appreciation. Currency appreciation refers to the increase in the value of one currency with respect to other foreign currency. Revelation. The term used in the foreign exchange market which means the government increasing the exchange rate of it is the currency against any foreign currency. It is the official appreciation. Balance of payment. Balance of payment (BOP) is the summary account sheet that show the cash flow between India and rest of the world. It is the outcome of the total transaction of the economy with the outside world in 1 year. If the forex reserve are not capable of the fulfilling the negativity created by the BOP, it is known as the BOP crisis, and the economy tried different means to solve the crisis in which going for the forex help from the IMF is the last resort. BOP is the made up of the two parts, current account and the capital account. As per IMF definition, three-part current account plus capital account plus financial account. For Indian current account has been in the defective negativity member and the capital account has been in the surplus positive number. Current account. Balance of the trade receivable, also known as the balance on the merchandising good. Record all the transaction of foreign currency on the account of the export and the import of good only. Balance of the trade is always the defective in India means import, export. Development in India balance of payment. BOP. Balance of invisible. Record all the transactions of the foreign currency resulting out of the export and import of the service such as the banking, insurance, software, consultancy, etc. Inward and the outward tourism, education, medical, remediation, etc. Capital account. It consists of the foreign investment in India. Euro issue is the name given to the source of the finance or capital available to the raise money outside the home country in the foreign currency, that is the American depository receipt, ADR, global depository receipt, GDR, etc. External commercial borrowing, IMF, WBADB, etc. External assistance and the grant, etc. Indian diaspora maintain deposit in the foreign currency in the India known as NRI deposit. Overall, BOP cannot tell the health of the economy that through itself can be received from the current account of BOP. Payment, balance of payment, current account and the capital account. The receivable, invisible, pool, deficit, service, surplus, income, profit, interest, dividend and the deficit, transfer, remittance and retention, leave, surplus and the capital account, investment, FDI, FII, FPI, surplus, loan, sovereign and the commercial, surplus, NRI account, remittance, donation, gift, surplus. The balance of payment crisis. 1991. India had started facing the BOP issue by the year 1925. The country was traded in a serious economic crisis toward the end of 1990. The central bank, that is the Reserve Bank of India, earlier and enacted through the issue new credit. The Reserve Bank, the Reserve of the economic actions and then diminished to the point where it's used for the finance more than the goods of the input. And this situation led to the government lifting the gold reserve of the nation to the IMF as the pillars in return for a loan which would be the utilized to pay off the BOP debt. Step to avoid BOP crisis. CIB should be kept low or the positive, that is the Germany. Capital account should be keep the luxuries. Capital account should be keep the luxuries, surplus, attract investment, plus LTC reform. Central bank must have the large forex service, that is the China. Convertibility of currency. It means that the country's currency becomes the convertible in the foreign exchange and the vice versa in the market. In August 1994, the government of India declared the convertibility of the rupee on the current account. Recently, India has the current account convertibility. This means one can import and export both for the receipt or market payments for service when rendered. However, investment and the borrowings are the restricted, that is the partial convertibility of rupee on the capital account. Committee of Convertibility. The third committee recommended the trade prices approach to making the rupee fully convertible with the as prices beginning in 2006 to 7, the second 2007 to 9, and the last ending in 2011. It has the precondition like the receiving scale 3.5% and PF to the 5%, CRR to 2%. Passive history committee. Passive history committee the recommended full capital account the con- convertibility by 2008 in the fundamental of the foreign investment. Any investment in India has it is a source as any other country than the India. It is the foreign investment. The foreign money can be investment in India by the foreign corporate and the national or non-resident India. The money can be the invested in share properties, ownership, management, or the corporation on the basis of which the government of India classifies the foreign investment into the foreign direct investment (FDI), foreign portfolio investment, or the foreign investment FII. Foreign direct investment (FDI). The foreign direct investment refers to the direct investment into the production and the management which can be owned by either the buying the company or by the expanding operation of the existing business, that is the unilevel area. It is the subsidiary Hindustan Unilever. FDI brings foreign capital, technology, and the management. Foreign portfolio investment (FPI). FPI consists of the securities and other financial assets held by the investor in another country. It does not provide the investor with the direct ownership of a company asset, and is the relativity liquid depending on the volatility of market. FPI in the India is the permanent three-line road. FII, foreign institutional investor. It is known as hot money because it can leave the country easily. The foreign individual seeking to invest in Indian stock has to be registered as the sub account of the FII. FII in the turn has to be registered to SEBI on the behalf of the sole sub account holder. American depository receives ADR and the global depository receives ADR. The American depository received introduced to the financial market in 1927, and the American depository received ADR is the stock take the trade in the United States, but represent the specific number of shares in the foreign corporation. ADR are the broad and the short on American market, just like the regular stock are issued sponsored in the US by another bank or the brokers.